Something I'm really getting tired of seeing is this whole prissy cat fighting that martial arts people do. It's like the first chance they get, they'll cut someone down. And if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, look, it's okay. But I'm talking about the drama that went down this week between the Martial Man and the Totally Pointless TV YouTube channels. What's up, y'all? My name is Prince, and I'm on a journey to help people find harmony in their life through martial arts, mindfulness practices, and tapping into our own inner power. This video, we're going to look at the problem with Totally Pointless TV and these other channels that try to critique traditional martial arts here on YouTube. So if you have no idea who this guy is and what happened between his channel and the Martial Man, Totally Pointless TV posted a video titled Fake Master Gets Destroyed by a Student that featured a clip of Kieren from the Martial Man doing a practice drill with his teacher, Liang De Hua. Now, Totally Pointless TV is supposed to be some kind of comedy channel where he makes those gym fail type videos and does commentary on top of the clips.
Absolute f***ing mad, lad.
Look, this is nothing new. On YouTube, anyone can basically be Bob Saget from America's Funniest Home Videos.
How do you know if you're a bonehead, you might ask? Well, you're watching this show, aren't you?
I mean, some of this stuff actually is funny, like the old guy who beats up his student with a rolled up magazine, or the weirdo wet noodle guy who obviously doesn't know what the hell he's doing and may have some mental health diagnosis.
No, never do that again. Oh!
There's a lot of weird stuff that happens in martial arts, and believe me, I can tell some stories about stuff that isn't even on YouTube. But look, that's the thing. I can tell you stories about stuff that happened when I was training. And that's the thing about Totally Pointless TV is I don't know if this guy has ever trained in anything. And I'm not saying that he can't play Bob Saget on YouTube.
Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke. I seen him.
But I am saying that sometimes he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he passes that ignorance on to his audience, and that audience then goes out and spreads that ignorance. And that's what's been going on with Martial Man this week. So it's like I was saying, a clip of Kieren training with Liang De Hua made it in the latest video highlighting what Totally Pointless TV considers fake martial arts, based completely on his own opinion and absolutely zero experience with any of the people that he talks about in his videos. So here's something you probably don't know, but if you don't have a YouTube channel, there's this place on the dashboard that shows when people are using your content, and you have the option to issue a takedown notice on those videos. Now, some people feel that everything on YouTube is fair game under fair use law, but that's not really true. If you post something that Disney owns and they don't want you to post it, they will block your entire video if they don't issue a copyright strike. So Kieren claimed the video containing the clip of him and filed a copyright strike against Totally Pointless TV. This whole thing started a big thing where fans of Totally Pointless TV started to downvote and leave negative comments on Martial Man videos. You know, like the same basic keyboard warrior nonsense.
Oh, don't hit back.
They were saying things like, if your martial arts are real, you'll prove it in the cage. I mean, like, because that's going to prove something. And why is it the case that these people always say, you have to prove it to me by going to fight somebody else? I mean, where I'm from, we had a saying for people who basically tried to instigate a fight between two other people. Now I have a quick question. Because I have watched some of Liang De Hua's videos and some of the Martial Man's videos, look, Liang De Hua and Kieren both live here in Thailand, and I have seen Liang De Hua mention training to deal with Muay Thai kicks.
I know some people will say, no, it will not work with the real Muay Thai kick. And actually, in Muay Thai Boran, they have the same technique.
So, I mean, what if Kieren or his teacher beats a Thai boxer? Or I mean, let me guess. Well, they must not be a real Thai boxer, right? Look, this is what I'm driving at. And this is the problem with these channels that call themselves critiquing martial arts. Look, you don't have any experience to talk about this stuff with any kind of authority. I mean, I understand that it's all fun and jokes, but the people watching, they don't know that you really have no idea what you're even talking about. But then you pass that ignorance on to them. And I mean, right now, this thing is sort of kind of resolved between these two channels, but like Totalist Pointless TV is still going on talking about whether or not pushing hands is a legitimate technique.
B. Prove in a court of law that the push hand and chi technique are, in fact, real.
And I'm watching like, does he not know what a training exercise is?
Pushing hand is like you train with your partner and then you can build up Negong from that training.
It would be like me watching two wrestlers doing a pummeling drill and saying, man, I don't know about that wrestling stuff. Look at them. It looks like they want to sniff each other's armpits. I knew wrestling was for weirdos. Except I wouldn't say that because I know it's just a drill. One reason I know that is because, well, I don't know who needs to know this, but Tai Chi is 80% wrestling.
But this is predominantly a grappling art. Did you know that? Tai Chi is predominantly a grappling art.
Like, did all the Tai Chi fake people know that? Or are they too busy constructing these straw man arguments against some Dragon Ball nonsense that they think Tai Chi is? I don't know. But you know, I was reading something that said, before you can let go of preconceptions and expectations and prejudices, you have to notice them. Otherwise, they're just carrying on unconsciously and affecting everything you do. Now, I don't know if this came from Shunryo Suzuki's Zen Mind Beginner's Mind, or if it was from someone writing an article about that book, but it really sums up the problem with Totalist Pointless TV and other people who voice their opinion as criticisms when it comes to martial arts, or well, anything else in life. Look, your opinion is not a fact. You are basing this on what you think you know, but you don't really know. And my point is, I think you make a stronger case when you speak from your experiences. And if you don't know, just say, look, y'all, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what I'm looking at. I mean, what if I decided for some reason that I don't like an ad from this restaurant that I've never ever visited or eaten at? I've never tasted the food. I've only seen it in an ad that played before a YouTube video.
This is a tasty burger. Vincent, you ever had a Big Kahuna burger?
So I go and I leave a negative review. Maybe I make a YouTube video about this place. Don't eat there, their food sucks. Now, because I'm an influencer, I have the ability to influence the way other people think. So they say, well, this person that I know, like, and trust, they say that the food is bad, so the food must be bad, and I'm gonna leave a bad review too. Maybe you don't believe this sort of thing happens, but look, just last month, I saw a business owner back home in Tennessee make a racist comment on Facebook, and then within hours, his business page was full of 1-star reviews. So before you're quick to judge and label people based on your political views or calling it cancel culture, I mean, it works both ways, because that's exactly what Totalist Pointless TV and his followers were doing. And I'm going to guess that none of them have ever met the Martial Man, his teacher, or any of the other masters that are featured on the Martial Man channel. They probably don't even know a thing about actual Tai Chi Chuan, the martial art, not the health dance practiced by old people in the parks in China in the mornings. Now, for some reason, I thought that people who would watch these fake martial arts videos would watch a channel like Ramsey Dewey.
Hi, it's Ramsey Dewey over here in Shanghai, China.
And I mean, this is a guy who fought in combat sports and trains people for combat sports and is basically the Joe Rogan in Shanghai, China when it comes to combat sports. Ramsey Dewey tells a story in a video about when he was still competing as a fighter in China. He went to a Sandai camp, and then there was a Tai Chi lesson at the end of the camp, and he meets this old guy who's in his 80s who turns out to be a real student of Tai Chi.
And there's this little old man. He's probably about 5'2", 5'3". I don't know, couldn't have weighed more than like 140 pounds.
You should watch Ramsey's video, but in it, he talks about this old Tai Chi guy who throws him all over the place.
Touch him, boom. As soon as I lay a hand on him, boom, I'm on the ground again.
Then his judo coach, who was a former national champion, tries the old man. Same result. His Sanda coach is also a former champion. Exact same result. Now, after the guy is thrown and slammed everyone every which way that he can, he starts doing backflips and splits.
After this old man beat us up, he started doing backflips and round-offs and gymnastics.
This dude is like some real-life Chinese Yoda. But it's not magic, it's just real training. Training the body to develop real Tai Chi skills and then real fighting skill, and then continuing to refine that while becoming a better athlete and then keeping that athleticism even into your old age. So like I said, Totalist Pointless TV has no idea what he's talking about, even if he's just sharing his opinion. And then that stuff gets passed on to his followers who repeat the same ignorant stuff. You know, look, I'm not saying all of this in defense of the Martial Man. I don't know Kieren. I don't know Liang De Hua. What I do know is that the Martial Man channel started out as a channel where Kieren interviews these different masters to shine a spotlight on them for folks in the West. His channel is really just another version of mind, body, and kick-ass moves that Chris Crudelli was doing 15 years ago. Kieren featured my teacher and some of my friends and my teacher's cousin on his channel. And please believe me, all of them are real. They have real skills. My teacher and his cousin were winning everything when they were young guys in Malaysia back in the 70s, whether it was knocking out Thai boxers, other kung fu schools, or taking first place at pushing hand competitions when they got older and stopped doing full contact fights. I mean, now are students from our school still winning full contact fights? I don't know who's competing, but my friends who have competed in combat sports in the past, they won more than they lost, so there's that. My point is, just because some person makes funny videos where they're commenting on martial arts, it doesn't mean that what they're saying is actually true. It's not reality. If the Totalist Pointless TV guy has so much to say about the people in his videos, well, I mean, maybe he should use the money that he's making from his channel to show up at some of these people's seminars and workshops to find out for himself. But I mean, until that happens, this guy is nothing but a paper tiger to me. Just like the people watching his videos and coming off like experts in the comments section on other folks' channels. They're all tigers with no claws and no teeth. Just a bunch of pussycats who are making a lot of noise. That's just my take on the situation. I'm glad that the situation with the copyright strike has been resolved. I hope travel opens up soon so that Kieren can get back to making his regular content. And I hope Totalist Pointless TV learns to accept that he doesn't know what he's talking about on these fake martial arts videos that he likes to make. But really, I actually don't expect that to happen. And to be honest, I don't care. Hell, for all I know, he might have my teacher in one of those videos. And I mean, it's totally okay. Look, just being honest with y'all, I used to think that my teacher was fake too until I met him in person. And then I was trying to figure out how he was able to do the stuff that he was doing to me. So maybe that Totalist Pointless TV guy will get a clue, or he's gonna cross the wrong person who shuts down his channel. Because that's what usually happens when you build a channel based completely on sharing other people's content. I'm just saying, if someone sees your fair use criticism as bullying, you will lose your channel. I've seen it happen. It's just something to consider. But anyway, if you want to see a video criticizing martial arts based on actual experience, be sure to check out my video on the problem with Aikido. And stay tuned because there's a follow-up coming to that video called The Problem with Aikido Students. But hey y'all, that's all I got for this video, so thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and I'll see you in the next video.